You may think your cat sees you as a human, but the truth is, they see something completely different. Imagine this for a moment. Every time your cat looks at you, they're not just looking at a person who feeds them, pets them, or shares a home with them. In their eyes, you are something else entirely. Something they recognize, something they trust, and something that doesn't quite fit the label of human at all. Cats live in a world of instinct, scent, and silent language. To them, faces and names mean far less than the subtle signals we give off without even noticing. They read you in ways you probably never thought possible. And here's the twist. Your cat's reality of who you are might be closer to them than you've ever imagined. Stay until the end, because the last revelation will completely change the way you look into your cat's eyes. Now, if you've lived with cats for years, you might believe you already know how they see you. You might think they simply understand you as their human caretaker, but what cats truly perceive is far stranger, and at the same time, far more meaningful. It goes deeper than biology. It's not just about sight or smell or routine. It's about identity, about emotional energy, about the invisible bond that connects you to them like threads you cannot see, but your cat can feel. Think about those quiet moments when your cat curls up next to you without a sound, or when they stare at you for what feels like an eternity, as if they're looking right through you. In those moments, they are not identifying you as a human. They are reading something else, something you carry that speaks directly to their primal instincts and their feline understanding of the world. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. The way your cat sees you isn't just unique to your bond, it's universal. Every cat on Earth, from a tiny house kitten to a wild feline, carries this way of perceiving those around them. They don't put you in the category of other species. Instead, they place you in their own world, on their own terms. That's why today, we're going to reveal the hidden truths about how your cat actually sees you. These are not the usual myths or surface-level explanations you may have heard before. What you're about to discover will help you understand your feline in ways you never imagined, and it will forever change the way you relate to them. So, before we dive in, make sure to subscribe, because here we uncover the unseen layers of cat behavior so you can strengthen your bond, understand your feline better, and truly see the world through their eyes. Subscribe now so you never miss these secrets. And now, let's begin. The first truth is one that surprises almost every cat owner. Your cat does not see you as a human being at all. In their mind, you are a giant cat. Not a different species, not an outsider, but a larger member of their own kind. This is why they rub against your legs, knead on your lap, or groom your hand with their tongue. These are not behaviors they would reserve for another species. These are rituals they use with family, with those they recognize as part of their colony. To your cat, your size doesn't matter. You may be towering over them, but that doesn't change the way they classify you. What matters is the bond, the scent you carry, and the way you interact. When your cat meows at you, they are not speaking a human language. They are using a sound they reserve only for you, because in their world, cats don't meow at each other past kittenhood. They save that special communication for the bigger cat in their life, you. And here's the fascinating part. If your cat sees you as another cat, it explains why they sometimes treat you as an equal, and other times as a figure of guidance. In their mind, you are both part of their world, yet also something they look to for leadership. But the next revelation takes this even deeper, because it shows that your cat doesn't just place you in their species, they erase the line between who you are and who they are. If your cat sees you as a giant cat, then the second truth is even more astonishing. To them, there is no clear boundary between your identity and theirs. Cats don't separate you into categories of species. Instead, they merge you into their social world. You are part of their colony, as close to them as another cat sleeping in the same den. This is why they weave between your legs when you come home. It isn't just affection. It is a way of blending their scent with yours, of saying, we belong together. It's also why they may bring you gifts, even the ones you'd rather not receive, like a dead insect or mouse. In their mind, they are sharing resources with another member of their group. They are not serving a human. They are living alongside a fellow feline, someone who belongs to their circle of trust. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Because you are part of their identity, they watch you closely, almost mirroring your routines. Have you noticed how your cat seems to anticipate your movements before you make them? That's not coincidence. It's because in their world, you are not separate. You are a thread woven into the same fabric of daily survival. But if your identity is blended into theirs, then the question is, how do they actually recognize you? What is the anchor that tells them you are you and not someone else? The next revelation holds the answer, and it will change the way you think about your cat's perception forever. For your cat, sight is not the main way they recognize you. Your face, your voice, even your gestures all come second. The real truth is this: your scent is their anchor, their compass, their truth. Cats live in a world painted more by smell than by vision. To them, your unique scent is a signature, one that never lies. It doesn't matter if you change clothes, grow a beard, or even leave the house for hours. When you return, your cat confirms your identity through scent. That is why they press their nose against your hand, why they sniff your shoes, why they rub their cheeks along your arm or furniture you touch. It is their way of surrounding themselves with the reassurance of who you are. And it goes even further. Your scent tells them not only that you are you, but also what you have been through. They can detect stress, calmness, even illness. A shift in your natural scent can make your cat restless or unusually attentive. In their world, smell is not just recognition, it is information. Information that builds a map of your life and your state of being. Think about that. Every time your cat curls up on your sweater or buries their face in the blanket you used, they are not just enjoying comfort. They are surrounding themselves with your essence, the invisible signature that tells them they are safe. But if scent is how they recognize you, then what happens when you try to communicate with them? The answer lies not in your words, but in the next revelation, one that explains why cats understand you better in silence than in speech. Cats don't need words to understand you. In fact, they barely listen to what you say. What truly speaks to them is your body language. Every tiny movement you make, every shift in your posture, even the way you breathe creates signals your cat interprets instantly. When you walk into a room tense, shoulders stiff, and steps heavy, your cat doesn't hear stress in your voice. They see it in your body. When you sit quietly, relaxed, and still, they don't need to be told you're calm. They sense it before you even realize it yourself. To a cat, these subtle signals are louder than any spoken word. This is why your cat often seems to predict your actions. Before you reach for their food, they may already be waiting by the bowl. Before you pick up your keys, they may head to the door. They don't need commands or explanations. They read your intent in the way your muscles move and in the rhythm of your routine. And here's something even more surprising. When you try to imitate feline body language, like slow blinking at your cat, they respond because you are speaking their language. They don't care for tone or vocabulary. What they want is alignment, signals they can see and trust. But if cats can read your body so clearly, then what about your inner state, the things you don't show on the surface? The next revelation uncovers something deeper, something almost invisible, that your cat detects even when you think you're hiding it. Beyond scent and body language, your cat perceives something even more subtle, something that goes beyond the physical. They tune into what can only be described as your emotional aura. Cats are experts at detecting tension and calmness, not because they analyze your words, but because they feel the atmosphere around you. When you're stressed, even if you're silent, your cat may keep their distance, their ears twitching, their body slightly on guard. When you're calm, they may approach, curl against you, and match their breathing to yours. To them, emotions are like invisible layers floating in the room, and they navigate them with precision. This ability explains why cats often appear next to you during difficult times. They are not confused by your tears or your silence. They sense the weight in the air and respond to it instinctively. It's also why, during moments of peace, they seem to dissolve into relaxation beside you, as if your calmness becomes their own. In their eyes, you are not just a figure they recognize. You are a living presence radiating states they can feel. You become more than yourself. You become an energy that guides their comfort, their trust, and even their survival. But here's the question that makes it even more intriguing. If cats perceive your inner world so deeply, How do they place you within their physical space? The next revelation shows why your cat doesn't see you as simply a caretaker, but as something far greater inside their territory. To a cat, territory is everything. Every corner, every pathway, every scent mark defines their sense of security. But when it comes to you, they see something extraordinary. You are not just part of their space, you are the guardian of it. In your cat's eyes, you hold spatial dominance. You open doors, you control access to food, you move freely across rooms and dictate when environments change. To them, this doesn't make you an outsider. It makes you the figure that stabilizes their world. You are the protector of the territory, the one who ensures safety within the boundaries they call home. This explains why cats follow you from room to room. They are not being needy, they are monitoring the guardian of space. Wherever you settle becomes the safest place in the house. And when you leave, the energy of the territory shifts, as if the anchor of their world has temporarily lifted. It also explains moments of defiance, like when a cat takes your favorite chair or stretches across the middle of the bed. They are testing boundaries, not out of disrespect, but as a way of balancing roles within the shared territory. In their mind, the space belongs to both of you, but you hold the highest authority in keeping it safe. But there is one final layer to how your cat sees you, and it is the most mysterious of all. It goes beyond species, beyond scent, beyond territory. It is the mirror effect, and it might be the closest glimpse we'll ever get into how cats truly define their bond with us. The final truth may be the most surprising of all. Sometimes, when your cat looks at you, they don't just see a companion, a guardian, or a larger cat, they see a reflection of themselves. This is what many experts call the mirror effect. Your cat often projects its own identity onto you. When they rub against you, when they sleep on your chest, or when they stare silently into your eyes, they are not simply interacting with another being. They are, in a sense, seeing themselves within you. It's as if you become an extension of their feline nature, a living mirror that reflects their instincts, their emotions, and their place in the world. This mirror effect explains why cats form bonds so deeply unique with their owners. No two cats will see their humans in the exact same way, because what they perceive is shaped by their own character and life. For some, you may reflect comfort and nurturing. For others, you may reflect strength and protection. To all, you reflect belonging. Think about that for a moment. When your cat looks at you with those slow blinks or curls tightly against your body, they are not recognizing a human separate from them. They are recognizing a mirror of their own existence, a presence that makes them whole. And that is why, in the end, your cat does not see you as human. They see you as family, as part of themselves, and as something far closer than any label could define. So, now you know the truth. Your cat doesn't see you as human at all. They see you as something far more intimate, a companion, a protector, and even a reflection of themselves. Every glance, every touch, every moment you share with them is not filtered through the idea of species. It's filtered through the bond you've built together. To your cat, you are family. Not by blood, not by species, but by trust. And this leaves us with one final question. If cats can see beyond species, if they can read your scent, your emotions, even your inner state, then what happens when you speak to them? Do cats truly understand you, no matter what language you speak? It's a question that goes deeper than simple words. Because if cats can connect with you beyond language, then their understanding of you might be far greater than we've ever imagined. Click on the video that just appeared on your screen to discover the surprising truth behind how your cat interprets your voice. I'll see you there.